Gold.
A podcast full of mayhem awaits with Stav, Abby and Nat, and it's mayhem at Chemist Warehouse. Stop at sale now with the Chemist Warehouse half-price cosmetic sale.
Brisbane wakes up with Stav, Abby and Matt on B105.
Hey everyone, welcome to the podcast. The fire alarm is going off at the moment.
It's not a real one. It's just a test.
This is a test,
Yeah,
is
but
it?
every time we test it, we do this, so that it's like Pavlov's dog. If a real one goes, we'll just go, we'll just finish the
the
podcast.
wardens come with their little hats on.
No, we haven't had a real one for a while, have we?
Well, I don't think we've ever had a real one. You mean a scare? Because the last one was when Margot put the hair straightener on.
Yeah.
And that caused smoke.
Yep.
Our smoke detector at home is going off if the shower's too hot at the moment. It's very annoying.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you not got a good steam? Have you not got a good fan
I got, no. Extractor fan?
in the bathroom?
No. Not,
You have to do that, otherwise you paint and you're waterproofing. And they get mould.
We've got to
Exhaust fan, you need a good one.
we've got to get ours connected. We ours are all got batteries at the moment.
Oh, yes.
Apparently
Legally, you
the
need to be
law's
able to do
changing.
it. Yeah, it does feel like landlords. You had to be able to change it over when the law changed. It was a couple of years ago.
They bring it into residential now.
Yeah, but it's only if you sell it at this stage. But I think there is a deadline till next year.
Yeah. But if I don't do it while I'm thinking about it,
I know.
I'll be the person whose house burns down and the insurance say we're not going to pay because you don't have the correct ones. That's the type of stuff that happens.
Yeah.
And that's the type of stuff that I wake up at 2 a.m. and remember for some
Of course.
reason.
And you're like, you know what? There is no way I'm going to forget that tomorrow.
House burning
That
down
one's
would
going to
have to be
happen.
the worst, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah. But is there also nothing more annoying than waking up in the morning and knowing you have to remember something, but you can't remember the thing you meant to remember?
Yes.
Or you go, I had a really good idea for something. I know it was good, but I can't remember the
And
idea.
at the time you go, I don't have to write it down. It's so good.
I would never forget.
I'll
Why
never
would-
forget
How
this.
could I forget
How
that?
could I?
I've got a really great idea right now.
Yes, James.
Okay.
Yes.
Like, I know you guys are really big fans of Harry Potter.
Yeah, okay.
There's a Harry Potter Monopoly,
Yes.
like, board game.
Are you a Harry Potter fan?
I love Harry Potter.
Taylor Swift, Harry Potter, and golf.
And golf. What else?
That's
Formula One.
Yeah, you do
Harry
follow.
Potter would have to be the worst protagonist in any fictional book I've ever come across. I had to watch the movies with my daughter. He does nothing the entire way through that series. His friends help him out at every given turn. He's handed everything on a silver platter. He never does anything. And,
Okay.
and if he's such a powerful wizard,
No, he's not a powerful
why
wizard.
can't he fix
He's
his
not.
eyesight?
What you've got, Harry Potter's not the main character in that movie. For the first 4 or 5, Dumbledore is. He's a chess master. And he sets everything up little piece by little piece.
And Harry brings
And everything
everyone together.
falls how it's meant to in the end. Even to the point of
So Harry's a pawn.
setting up his own murder,
Well,
in a
spoiler.
way that was meant to happen to save someone else. Dumbledore is the main character in that.
Well, it's not called Dumbledore and the Chamber of Secrets, is it? It's called Harry fucking Potter.
So,
Okay.
Monopoly is coming out.
Yeah,
you really
yeah.
don't like Harry, do you?
Nah.
Did you like the
At
books?
least he agreed with me. I haven't
He didn't read the books.
What's your idea?
We get Harry Potter Monopoly. Not for the show, this is just for us.
Oh,
okay,
right.
that's
Just so we just play.
So is that the idea or just a request? I thought it was more of an
I
idea.
have a great idea, and your idea is just to play
Well, I just didn't want to
Monopoly.
forget it. I didn't want to.
I was just thinking, I've got
hate
a great idea
Monopoly
as well.
too, to
I
be
was thinking we buy a Chanel handbag.
Yeah.
Great idea.
Do you know, I read somewhere, I don't
You know
why.
what? You should all do this on the days that I take off,
Yeah.
which is going to be every Friday.
I like it.
Power down day.
I read somewhere that if you're a Monopoly fan, if you want to win at Monopoly every single time, never
Be the
buy
banker.
Never buy a hotel. Only buy houses.
You have to buy a hotel after the 4th house, though.
You don't have to.
Yes,
You
you,
don't
do.
have to.
You don't have to. You just
I
can.
thought you had to.
You don't have to
You
buy.
don't have to. You just
I thought the
can.
rules said
You
that
can just
you
leave.
have
Why
to
is
do
that?
it.
I don't know. I didn't read the rest of the article, but something to do with.
I know
the-
you just got to accumulate as quick as you can, no matter what.
But
it
can I
is.
just ask you about that, though? It doesn't say if you land on there and there's 5 houses or 6 or 7. It only goes up to if there's 4 houses on it if they land.
So you stop at 4. But and the other one you do that no one plays this way. But when you land on a property, anytime you land on a property, you can either choose to buy it. If you say no, then it goes to auction to
Yes.
the other players.
Yes.
No one plays that rule.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of things you're not happy with.
They
Oh, Monopoly is the worst game ever invented. It's so long and boring.
So combine his two favourite things, Harry Potter and Monopoly.
Yeah. Tell us about kids these days.
Kids these days don't know what they've got Monopoly with swipe cards with the ATM machines.
You know what he does like? Platypuses. You're going to hear it here in the podcast.
I was almost going to bring up the rules of Uno because my kids play some funky rules. But I don't want to set you off.
I played Uno with a mate of mine who's colourblind.
Really?
Yes, I did. And every time he'd put down a card, he'd go, is that green or red? You go, green. Is that green or red? It's red. Is that green or red? It's green.
Did you lie to him a lot?
No.
Did he beat you?
Here's one for you.
Can you put draw 4s on top of draw 2s?
Yeah. You do house rules. You got to do house rules. And then we saw 2 rainbows last weekend, and it got us thinking, what do colourblind people see rainbows as?
Just be a brown smudge.
Well, not really,
They
because
only see-
colourblind is quite specific to each person.
Yes, it is, and it's only red-green. You're either grey or red-green colourblind. Adrian was colourblind. Used to work here.
Yeah. What do they see for skin then?
Well, skin because it's not red or green.
So, but like if they're
That's really annoying for
is
traffic
everything
lights.
red or green? Or
Red's green, green is red.
but then
What about
Other
pink?
colours are
What
just
about pink?
other
same.
colours
like
are just
a-
what they
a
are.
reddish
Yeah.
pink.
Oh, okay.
Don't know. I think it would affect that kind of
It's
thing.
a pigment in the eye, isn't it? And it does it only it's more common
Male.
with males.
I think it's only males.
No, that's don't think so.
Well, my mum told me if I did that too much, I'd go blind, and
It's different.
those boys have learnt the lesson, haven't they?
And be colourblind. Blind.
We'll wait.
We'll wait.
Well, wait.
Yes, women can be colourblind. It's less common. She would need to inherit 2 copies of the colourblind gene, one from each parent, whereas a male only needs 1.
There we go.
That's why it's more common.
Okay, here's today's podcast. Bye.
Matt Okine.
Bang your hands together for the talented Matt Okine.
Hey, it kicks off tonight. If you want to see a great show, the life and times of 4.1 is on at the Brisbane Comedy Festival from tonight until the 18th. It's Matt Okine's new show. Good morning. He's in with us. Hello.
Yeah, look, I've got to admit, this whole show is just an excuse to get out of touch football.
You signed up and then you had the regret.
Yeah, then
and
I was
you
like, wait, I got to run around this field every week. No, I'm going to have to do the Brisbane Comedy
the
Festival.
mind of a 20-year-old with the body of...
Yeah, I pulled a hammy like 5 minutes into my second game. So actually, to be fair, I did sign up for touch football, and I played 2 games, pulled the hammy. Then heaps of rain happened, so it cancelled. So at this stage, I've spent $250 registration fee for 1.5 games. So that's...
When they go you go, what time on the group chat? What time's the game? And they go, 8:40.
Oh, no.
That is too late for a sporting match on
I know.
bloody Thursday.
I know, it's the worst, but we have remained I was going to say undefeated. I mean the opposite of that, unsuccessful. the entire season. So there you go.
Isn't it funny you say that, though? And we used to go to clubs starting at 10.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
I know. It's
You were
crazy.
a DJ there.
I
You
know.
would never ask for the first set.
No, I wouldn't take a gig unless it was after midnight.
Oh,
'Cause
my
it's-
God.
Well, we were talking about
Yeah.
there was a place in Brisbane for a little while that was the day club.
Yeah.
Do you remember what it was called?
No.
And it would open at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. and close at 12.
It should have been called Poor Choices. That's what it should have been called.
Speaking of, though, you've got your own one. You've got a little wine bar.
Oh, I thought you were going to say my own poor choice. And I was like, yes.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
I've made many poor choices. Look, I do have a wine. We opened up a wine shop, me and a business partner of mine, Dan Wilson, just needing some good stuff in the area. It was purely selfish reasons.
Yeah, nice.
What wine do you love? What's your
I like
go-to?
the sort of skin contact whites, pet nats, a little bit of the funky stuff at the
Yeah.
moment. It's all very on trend. But I used to sell wine on the phone after I left drama school. And that was sort of where I learnt anything about wine, mainly how to be abused regularly by people who answer the phone at dinner time, because you'd be calling them up going, hey, do you want to buy wine?
Yeah.
And the weirdest thing was, it was all actors in this call center. So there was like Logie winners. There were people who were on TV at the time. So
Who?
So I'm not going to
You're
name
gonna
names.
come on.
I'm not going to name names, but
What year
the
was
thing
it?
is, there'd be people I work with now who are genuinely on who are stars now.
What year were you doing it?
2009, 2010. Anyway, so you'd be driving to this call center and you'd see your coworkers on
a billboard.
billboards,
Wow.
and then they'd just be sitting there calling people up. And then copying, going shut up, I don't want to talk to you, or from them. But the customer not realising that they were probably watching the person on TV.
Well, they were
Don't
just
yell at Lisa
practicing their
McCune.
voices. Yeah.
Hugh Sheridan.
Hugh Sheridan.
I'm not going to say no. Hugh was on Pack to the Rafters at that time, but it's it's not in that world.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Okay.
Now come on, this is not about.
I've
Dog with
googled
the
But
bone.
anyways, ever since
2009 Logie winners.
we opened.
Oh, Rebecca Gibney.
There's no way she's selling wine. And what are you eating? Is it fish or chicken? Because I've got a wine for that.
No, but I also do make poor choices in the world of just life and family in general. And I guess this is what the show's about. I did the stupidest thing you could possibly do at the beginning of this year. Me and my partner did that thing where we were just being on the real estate apps is a hobby.
Yeah.
Now I'm at
Yeah.
that age in my life where
We're
it's
just looking.
Yeah, you do that stupid thing where you're like, I wonder if I could ever just move to Perigian, and then it's not real, but you're looking. And then one day, I showed my partner this nice little house, and it was like, oh, imagine if we lived somewhere like this, and middle of the city, new farm, beautiful area. My partner's like, yeah, it would be amazing. Wouldn't it be nice? Let's just go have a look. Stupidest, most expensive.
You bought it.
No, that was even. I wish we'd look.
You look at a great house, and then you go home, and the house you were happy in, you no longer like.
You're like,
Yeah.
what is this? What are with all these stairs? Look at this terrible single-car garage. This place sucks. But anyways, no. So look, that was part of the that's part of the journey that we've gone through over the last 4 months, and it's still happening, and it's ruining my life. So please, I'm very excited about hitting the powerhouse tonight to hopefully cheer me up as well as you.
You said that you're at the age now where you go and get a realestate.com as like a hobby.
Yeah.
You've got, is a 6-year-old?
Yep, got
daughter?
a 6-year-old daughter.
Does that mean that you're no longer allowed to listen to Triple J?
Do you know what the thing about listening to the radio like that nowadays is that when I was a host on Triple J, I would... When on your list of songs that you're about to play, it would say, make sure you include a language warning. And I would always forget, and I'd be like, oh, well, whatever.
Yeah.
When you got a 6-year-old, suddenly
how dare
Kendrick
you?
comes, I know, and I'm like, you could have warned me, guys, and putting all the dials down.
Do you know what? I'm going to call them, and they've even got your name that comes up. And says, oh, Matt's calling again. You forgot to do one.
So, yeah, times definitely changed. But I heard you guys are doing a book as well. That's exciting. Speaking of a 6-year-old daughter, you're going to be in tough competition. Sam Mack sent me a copy of his book just the other day, Lovable Weatherman.
Yeah.
His book suddenly won,
really?
and Sophia ripped it open, read it in during breakfast.
Yeah.
So
What did she think?
Oh,
She hated it.
Oh, yeah. Do you do the voices when you read all the books?
I'm a big voice guy, but the problem is I forget what voices I've done for which characters, one night to the other, and then she pulls me up on it. She's like, that's not what he sounds like, and I've forgotten. So then I'm going through just a range of terribly politically incorrect accents now, just trying to, are they Scottish, are they Indian? I can't remember what I did yesterday.
That sounds like you might be a candidate for our audio version of the book when we release.
Because Maddie over there is a magpie, I'm an alpaca, and
I'm a sloth.
Stav is a sloth.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm also a sloth.
Are you?
In my family animal tree.
Yeah, right.
I am the family sloth as well. I don't know if there's a dad thing about that,
must
but
be.
I did the audio for my my novel, Being Black and Chicken and Chips, and I didn't realise that fashion is not as important as sound quality.
Right.
Because I rocked up wearing this real scucks-ass raincoat. I thought I was looking so cool. I was going to film some content in the booth and stuff. And so every single time I'm talking, I'm
made
like,
noise?
Yeah, it's just going, every time I move my arms.
Excuse me, Matt, we're going to lose the coat. Is that
exactly,
okay? But it's good on the...
We just had to do so many takes. Eventually he's like, please get rid of it. I'm like,
Now I'm picturing you there in your underwear and socks, trying to be fully soundproof. Mate, I'm excited for this and for your show. It's going to be huge. Tonight it kicks off all the way until the 18th of May. Get your tickets, BrisbaneComedyFestival.com. Pleasure, Matt Okine. Great to see you, man.
thank you.
Stav, Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
Just going around the grounds. Stav, you are the eldest, or are you
Youngest.
the youngest? So you're the second born.
Yes.
Interesting. And just around the grounds, Matthew, you are
Middle.
Middle, so second
And
born.
misunderstood.
Right, great.
Neglected.
Yeah, just so we've established that.
Unloved.
Okay. They've done a study into the second-born child and particular boys. They've said, I didn't do the study, I'm just reporting on it, by
You're
way.
the youngest, aren't you?
I'm the
You're
youngest,
baby.
so they haven't done the study on that one. It's not worth it. They already know.
They do a study on the firstborn, secondborn. Don't worry about the youngest.
Yeah.
We've
Lost
got all the
cause, I
information
think
we
they
need.
call it. Yeah. But they have said that our firstborn children are generally smarter than their siblings. And now they have said that the secondborn child, especially if they're boys, are likely to misbehave, sometimes with severe consequences. They're saying curse of the secondborn child might actually be true after all. They are inclined to be more rebellious than their older siblings. And they're saying that from all the data collected, they're showing that the secondborn children are 25 to 40% more likely to get in serious trouble at school or with the law. Been to jail?
Just for one night.
Okay, well, it was a yes or no.
Yeah, that's true.
They let me out.
They don't ask that on the passport.
You been to court?
Yeah.
Cool.
I never went to court.
Didn't go to court?
I accepted the fine.
I had to borrow my brother-in-law's suit.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he
Actually-
firstborn?
Yeah.
We probably don't need to do any research then. Should we just say that that's okay? And they're
Well,
saying that
no.
the firstborn has role models who are adults and the secondborn, later child, has role models who are slightly irrational 2-year-olds.
Yeah.
So what they're saying is they will actually have older siblings that don't have the maturity to be able to be role models, and that's what they'll look up to.
Parents also try harder with the first.
Oh, yeah.
When the second comes along, they just...
I know, because you get so excited. You're like, look, oh my God, they're milestones. They're walking. Isn't that good? And then, the others, you're like, oh, I hope they don't walk so soon because that's annoying.
My sister's worse behaved than me. It was worse behaved than me growing up, though,
Oh, so you're saying that this is not true?
in my case.
Well, you're the baby. Because there was no one behind you to sandwich you in, you technically slide back one to the youngest.
Yeah.
They are saying that it's probably more inclined if the older one is a boy and the second one is a boy.
That's just boys.
Oh, yeah, I know. Did you see the video I sent you last night? I was like, I can't stop them.
What are they doing?
Because I know that he's always thought I'm so, always at sports. And I said the reason I'm at organised sports is because they stay at home and they wrestle. For hours.
And it's not like the WWE, it's real.
Yeah.
It's real.
That is real.
And you know what? None of them will tap out.
Yeah.
So I always scream stop, but now I just find myself saying, tap out. Tap out. And they're like, you can't tap out for him.
No.
Get a whistle.
We've got one. Doesn't work. They've got
work.
safe words. I've tried everything.
Okay.
Oh, well, let them go to the death then. That'll end it.
Survival of the fittest. What do you want me to do? But I want to know on 131060, is this true? Maybe you're a judge. Maybe you're a teacher. But really, I just want to know with your kids, is it true? Is the second born often naughtier than the first?
Hey, I'm a barrister. I paid off 3 houses through second children. Little children.
Well, they're not even saying middleborn. They're saying the curse of the second-born.
Oh, so it's not just middleborn, it's just
No,
secondborn.
secondborn.
Secondborn,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think they've lumped them all together. So whether you've got 5 or whether you've only got 2, it's still
Secondborn.
the same.
Okay.
So they've said out of all the thousands, the set of brothers is the worst.
Right.
Yay.
13, 10, 60, maybe you've got a second-born daughter who is a nightmare. But are second-borns the naughtiest? Maybe you also want to ring up and support the second-borns and go, no, mine is perfect. Mum?
We'll wait, Zelda. I can't call up and lie, Matthew.
No, exactly. All right, we'll take your calls next.
Stav, Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
They've done a study. I didn't do the study. I'm just reporting on it. And it was thousands and thousands of people all over the world. And they've said that the second-born is naughtier than the firstborn. Stop. Just don't throw things at me. I'm the youngest born, so I'll cry. But they've said that it's to do with, I think, the fact that their role model is generally a young kid who is being naughty, talking about their older sibling. And it's especially true with boys, unfortunately.
I reckon it's the neglect.
You reckon, is it? Oh, that's a middle-born thing. We're just asking for the second-born issues.
Well,
You've got
I
both.
happen to have both.
At 131060, is it true? Hannah in Wilston, what's your story?
So I'm the older sister. So I have a younger sister, and she used to, do all the naughty things as a teenager. So I used to skip school, used to sneak out of the house, used to underage drink, and kind of push mum to the limit, as you do as a naughty naughty child, but she was a Gemini, and so she was very black and white. So it was her way or no way, and she was just, one of those troublesome teens.
Yeah.
But
don't normally believe in star signs, but yep.
Yeah. I mean, I believe she's very Gemini. Like, if you...
Okay, let's lay off the Gemini thing, Hannah.
Abby's a Gemini, Hannah. And everything you're saying rings true.
But she ended up being a police officer.
That's hilarious. Well,
so
if anyone knows the law.
She could cover up her crimes.
Yes. Wow.
There you
She's
go.
getting it out of her system.
You
that's
want to be a
interesting.
detective.
Yeah, but I always think it's funny because I wonder if the firstborn then is even better behaved because they're like, see, I'm the good one, Mum and Dad, you know?
True.
Look at them.
You get on the streak, you don't want to break it. Yeah, good point. Alicia in Slacks Creek, were you the second born?
I wasn't the second born. I actually have an interesting story with that one. So I'm actually the firstborn, and I'm 7 years older than my younger brother. And then I have two younger siblings in between that. So the middle one in between them is the naughtiest out of all of us.
Right.
So the third.
Well, or the... Yeah.
But I don't know if it's something to do. So they have the same parents, all three of them. But yeah, he turned out the middle one, the naughtiest, like had that naughty child syndrome in between there.
Okay.
So
you're
he's
saying
their
that
second
study.
born.
Yeah, but you're still sort of saying that study is true then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, between those three, like he's done the most out of all of us in terms of naughtiness. Like he's been in trouble with the law, with the school, and
What did he do?
So, well, with the school, he was done the break and entering with cops. Not so much. It's more just the running away and just being a nuisance. So,
Known to police. I always like those. You're like, not in trouble, just known to them.
Permanent record.
First name basis.
Yeah.
I give them lots of information. So what? I help them out.
Jenny in Carbo, are you the second born?
No, I'm actually ringing for... I'm the third born.
Right.
So I'm the youngest.
All
I get my own...
is a whole heap of narcs here.
No, what's
Stop
you?
I get my own way. I just look up here, like that TikTok trend that's like, I'm the youngest, I bat my eyes, my parents give me, yes, daddy, mummy, please. Yeah, that's me. But I'm actually ringing up about my two daughters.
Yes.
I have only two daughters. And my oldest, when she was younger, she would cry to do the big girl jobs like scrub the toilet and everything like that. She was really well behaved. My youngest, around the same age, convinced her cousins to jump out of one story, like the bedroom, because my sister told her not to exit any doors.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Not exiting the door. She left out the windows.
Yes, she did. She didn't cover that one. She was a literal kid. So, but then she grabbed the masking tape and tied her two cousins to the clothesline. She didn't want to get in trouble, so she put herself on the clothesline but forgot her arms.
Right.
So then when they got sent back inside, that's when my sister's like, do not leave the house up through my doors again. Like, you just stay inside. And then she convinced them to climb out the window because she wanted to do it again.
So is your daughter actually with you?
She was. I've just dropped her off at dance.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
At school. Oh, no, I've told her this story. She's like, I was a good kid. I'm like, no.
I reckon it's like a generational thing. You know how the other generations say kids don't work hard enough these days and stuff? I reckon they just see how boring the lives of their older siblings are and they think, I don't want that for me.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
Yes, isn't that the first one? The first one makes the rules, the second one breaks them, and the third one says they don't apply to me.
Right.
Yeah, well, I've always said to my oldest, I'm like, you were my trial and error kid. If it went wrong with that, I did it the other way with your sister.
Yeah.
Good on you, Jenny.
Stav, Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
Never thought I'd say this about myself, but I've become a little bit of a echo warrior. Bit of a...
What's an echo warrior?
Like Bindi Owen is an echo warrior. A warrior for the environment.
Eco warrior.
I say echo.
Yeah.
Right. I was thinking, what? Like, are you?
I think he got it wrong. Right?
Repeating something.
Potato, tomato.
No, not really. But you don't even recycle.
Yeah, I do. Use my recycling.
Jokes all the time.
Hey,
That's a good boy.
Don't we all?
funny. No, but we'll remember over the last few weeks I have started loudly proclaiming my love of the environment with my climate change now sign
Oh, that's right. Someone came and knocked on the door and said, "Can you put this up?"
I said, sure. And that's me done for the environment. But it didn't stop there, and I thought it would have. But I've already given so much of myself to the environment with that sign, holding back the climate change with anything that we can try to do helps. And a while back I was walking my dog, Gus, and at the back of our house we've got a lovely little bushland area, and then there's a creek. Which is lovely, Fish Creek, and I was walking there with Gus, and it's quite it's a beautiful spot. It's really like jungly, and we walk by the creek, and as I was walking, I heard something plop into the water, like a bloop, and it was big. It was big enough to be something. We get turtles and stuff, so I thought it might be a turtle.
Nice, you get turtles. That's
I get
beautiful.
turtles. And I thought it could be a turtle, could be something. And I kept on walking towards it, and I could see something swimming. And then I went, oh, hang on a second. That's and I didn't see it fully. And then it went into like a burrow, for lack of a better
No way, it couldn't be.
And I said, I think that, to Gus, mind you, I said, I think that was
a platypus.
Yeah.
They're really hard to find.
I know. I saw the butt. Is what I saw.
With
and I saw the
tail?
fur. Well, I saw the fur. It looked like platypus fur. It was the first thing I thought of when I saw it. Not 100%, but I'd say 85, right? And I went home, and I know how rare they are, and how endangered, and how.
Are they on the way to?
I think so.
Yeah.
Extinction.
Yeah.
They're a bit like,
It's weird to be hanging around the city, though.
Yeah,
Well, we got a lot of bushland there. Like we're the last sort of bastion before nothing.
I feel like I only know about them now because Octonauts.
Oh, yeah.
Remember they had a big feature on those?
Yeah, I remember they used to be one of the toys in the Yowie chocolates as a kid as well.
Yeah. So then I didn't stop there. Most people would have stopped there and gone about their day, not worrying about the rest of it, not worrying or caring about our little friends in the environment. But I went home and I Googled because I felt that someone out there should know.
So did you put it on the community?
No, I went one further. I actually...
Called Bindio and...
No. I actually emailed the Australian Platypus Conservancy, the people who look after platypuses in Australia. And you can fill out a report.
He emailed Pussy Patrol.
Oh, my God.
You can email a report of where and when, down to the coordinates.
Did they ask for photos and you said, no, I didn't get any of Bigfoot?
They did ask for photos, and they asked for various questions. And I had forgotten about this until I received my response from Jeff.
Hello there, other eco warrior.
Yes.
This is Stephen here.
Yes.
Great to have you on board.
No, Jeff.
Jeff.
Sorry, this is Jeff. We're sending you the sticker for your bumper on your car.
Yes.
It's great to have you on board. The team welcomes you. Thursdays is when we are having our team meeting.
This is why more people aren't eco warriors.
No, it's great. We just think you need a hobby. And
then
nice
Wednesdays is when the virgins hang out too.
And now every day, when no word of a lie, every day.
Are you on platypus spot?
Every day when I walk past the spot, I sneak up on it. Because
What's
they're
multiple platypus?
Platypi.
Platypi.
Yeah.
Do you reckon there's platypi?
Because the thing about a platypus is you only see a platypus if it wants you to see it. Like they're very secretive.
They give consent, do they?
Well, no, but they're just very hard to nail down.
What did they say back?
They said, many thanks for your platypus sighting report. This information is really valuable in building up a better picture of the current distribution and statuses of this species across the range, and we're very grateful for your help. Thank you kindly. I've attached some recent issues of our newsletter and hope that they will be of interest to you. Do you know that hair ties are one of the number one causes of death in platypuses?
A hair tie?
Yeah. Cars only account for 6% because you very rarely get them on the road, but hair ties going into the water and creek systems, yes, not good for platypis.
I think it's time you and me played another game of golf.
I think so. I think that would be a good idea. Just a regular one, I reckon. Just to get out of the house.
You and me.
Yeah.
Fresh air.
Out of the house.
Talking.
I was out of the house.
With other people and not just platypuses. Platypi.
Yes. I'll introduce you to... I've got another man to bring. It'd be good for you to meet some people.
I agree. I tell you what, we'll go to Ashgrove Golf Course, and afterwards we can go platypus spotting at my place.
Sounds amazing.
Stav, Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
I was a little bit shocked with something I did last night. You know, when I'm like, oh my gosh, do I have to go to hospital? What is going on? And it's my fault because I do not have a very good medical cabinet laid out in alphabetical order like I'm sure Matt does over there.
I'm sure he does.
Even if I had done it in alphabetical order, this would have happened.
Well, we have 3 buckets in ours and they are labelled in you, on you and other.
Did you do that?
Yes, I did.
Okay, great.
And I brought my wife in and I said, this is everything that goes in you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, this would have went in you. And I did a little bit of a boo-boo because I had a headache last night. But you know when you have it when your eyes are, and you're like, oh, that's a migraine coming on.
Yep.
And your eyes are a little bit da-da-da-da-da. And to my defence, I did have 3 kids wrestling and fighting and carrying on. And, yeah, it was just, Mum. And I thought I'll have 2 Nurofen. Grabbed the Nurofen, had the Nurofen, and then I realised that there is a bottle of Nurofen. This is like 5 minutes later when I went back to sort of put it away. There was a bottle of Nurofen. You know, you have the screw lid. And I was like, but wait a minute, I didn't take that. I took it out of a blister pack. That's weird. I don't have a blister pack. And then I looked at it again, and it does look like Nurofen.
Yeah, Neurontin. Yep, it does. So it might be like the cheap brand.
That's what I thought, because you always have another brand. And then I looked at it, and it said Zeus.
Dog drugs.
It's dog drugs. So then I called.
Did you get off chops?
Your hair does look shiny today.
I did sleep really well.
Is your nose wet?
But the thing I do in a panic is call my brother, and that's not because he's great at all situations like that, but because he's a pharmacist. And I was like, hey, so I've just had, let me read it out to you, because I thought it's better to do that than call him. I've just had dog medication. He's like, there's no such thing. I was like, what do you mean? It is. He goes, no, well, there's no such thing.
Yeah, it's human medication for dogs.
Yes, I didn't know that. But I guess. But you shouldn't have dog medication.
Yeah, the doses are different, I know.
And it was what he got after he had to be desexed.
So he took his vasectomy medication.
Yeah, and I was like, what happens? Am I okay? Like, the kids are here, Scotty's at footy, can I look after them? He's like, I don't know your capabilities. I was like, no, mate, to do with this.
I don't know how you can handle it.
Yeah. No, he goes, well, it's anti-seizure medication, and it can be used for dogs to treat, like, anxiety and for pain medication. He goes, so it'll probably get rid of your headache.
Okay.
So does it have Nurofen, ibuprofen in it?
No.
Right.
Hey, Abs. See the pen? Get a pen.
I was like, oh my
Girl.
gosh, I need to label it different. I was like, that is, no.
And so did you, because you knew you'd taken dog medication, did you start to feel ill?
Well, then all of a sudden I started to feel a bit like maybe that was too strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did it work? Did your headache go away?
Yeah.
There you go. Hey.
Stop. It's doing the dog jokes.
Sit. Don't talk back. Sit.
If you say I'm a good girl, I'll take it.
Good girl.
Thank you.
Oh my God. All of a sudden, I'm in the cuck chair.
Stop.
We rotate.
I needed to do it, man. I was like, and you know what it reminds me of? Do you hear my nana? Stop. My nana, right?
This will be interesting.
Many years ago.
Yeah.
I picked her up, and her hands, right? Her hands were brown as anything, just all brown. And she goes, I can't work out what's happening. I have to go and see a doctor. They're all brown. Look at them. And I was like, yeah, they are. And I said, but Nana, it looks like fake tan. And she goes, no, I've used that before. I went into her bathroom. She has a mousse. So she was putting the what she thought was hair mousse, but it was fake tan, and squeezing that and putting it in her hair for weeks and weeks.
Did she have brown hair? Did she? She's like, oh my God, I haven't been getting any greys.
So she was just using
She was black-handing.
And for starters, I was like, no, do you know what? At your age using fake tan, I'll give you that. So yeah, she had to put them in separate places because they were both in mousse. Oh my gosh, I've got it from my nana.
13, 10, 60.
Don't think you'll get anyone quite like that because you shouldn't take pet medication.
What have you taken by mistake? Whether it was a dog's medication or whether it was the wrong medication.
You didn't know what was in the cookies?
Oh, yeah, there's that. So if all medication's the same for dogs and animals, that means you could just
No.
Couldn't we just... I'm sorry for dogs and us, but couldn't we just give them Panadol then rather than pay $600 for their Nurofen?
Dog doesn't tend to get headaches, and when it does, it can't tell you.
No,
what
after,
it's got.
after surgery I'm talking about. Like if it hurts itself.
Dog gets a headache. Why? They got heads.
It can't tell you it's got a headache, though.
No, of course, but you said they don't have them.
I doubt they would get headaches.
But
Well, they got to get headaches. So
Are you going to Google?
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna
someone
Google.
has managed to ask one?
dogs get... Well, you know, with AI, we're about 5 years off being able to communicate with whales. Throw that out there.
He's just joined the Platypus Association. We should let you know. So Stav is a bit of an eco warrior now.
Pronounced echo. Yes, dogs can experience headaches similar to humans because by various factors, including stress, allergies, sinus problems.
My dog lives in my house, and my house gives me a headache. Surely it's getting one. You know? What did you take by mistake? 13 10 60. We get you on next.
Stav, Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
Had a freak out last night. I accidentally thought I was taking Nurofen. It looks quite similar, but I actually ended up taking Zeus's medication after he had a vasectomy. Apparently it can be used as a painkiller for dogs.
When you realised...
It's like, I'm so sorry, Zeus.
When you realised, did you go, ruh-roh?
No, I think it was pain medication. I felt like the headache had gone. But I did realise I need to organise my medical cabinet.
Claire's there. We're asking this morning, Claire, what did you take by accident?
My mum years ago accidentally took a heartworm tablet and...
Like for dogs?
Yes.
Did it make her ill?
No, they phoned the doctor and he laughed and said, it's only a problem if she starts barking.
Oh, my gosh. He was Stav. But Claire, that's one of the small ones. It wasn't like one of those chewable big ones, right?
No, it was a long time ago. They were just little
tablets.
Wasn't a suppository.
No, definitely not a suppository.
I mean, it could be if how badly you wanted to do it.
I guess so. Anything's a suppository.
Yeah, if you try hard enough.
That's another level.
Sorry, Claire, that's your mum. We shouldn't really be joking about your mum.
It doesn't make it better just because you said sorry after.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
No, if we were all a bit worried, then it was quite funny.
Yeah. All right, thank you, Claire. Leonie in Mount Gravatt, what did you take by mistake?
Hi. I accidentally took flea tablet.
But realistically, if they work on the dogs, can't we just take them and avoid mosquitoes?
I had no fleas for that whole month. So I had none. So they worked really well. Mm-hmm. And, apart from chasing the postman down the street all month, I was... But I didn't even ring the doctor. Like, everyone said to me, were you concerned? It was like, oh, no.
All right, yeah.
I just was...
Can you stop humping my leg, though, Leonie?
Didn't you use dog flea treatment for your kids, head lice?
I did, yes.
And lied about it. Did you end up telling the truth? I shouldn't have said that.
Was that by mistake?
No, deliberate. He couldn't get rid of them.
The kid there, it was when Xander was in daycare and they couldn't get rid of it. So we used the flea stuff that we used on the cat we had at the time. But I didn't tell my wife about that.
Yeah.
She does know about it now.
Because all his hair fell out.
No, you shouldn't do that.
I mean... It explains his personality, I guess.
Chantel in Capalaba, what did you take by mistake?
It wasn't me that took anything.
Uh-huh.
I had a stay-at-home father.
Yep.
And he gave my children I asked him to worm the children.
Yeah.
He gave them laxatives instead, chocolate laxatives instead.
Get all the worms out, kids.
Well, it really wasn't my because I had to work the next day.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Off you go.
So he thought he was getting the bum chocolate that can bantrum, but...
He was getting the bum chocolate.
Either way, he cleared them out.
Yeah. Well, you meant to worm yourself at the same time. Did he take any?
Yes, he did.
Oh. Wow. It's a busy day.
Stav, Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
Credit to her. We spoke to the mayor of Ipswich talking about Teresa Harding because she wants to get Ed Sheeran to Ipswich. Ipswich is his hometown, but over in the UK. So he's been doing a lot of pop-up gigs in pubs, just appearances in a lot of places promoting his new album. She's like, well, wait a minute, come to Ipswich.
He did it in Ipswich in America as well, too, I believe.
Massachusetts.
Yeah. And she's like, but we're the biggest.
They are, by quite a fair margin, to be fair.
That's a good point. And she's got the show that's happening this weekend, the Ipswich show. So she's encouraging to go down. And you had an idea, Matthew.
Great one. No, my thought was, Teresa, if you are a thrill seeker, maybe we should try and interview you live from one of the rides. Like, imagine the mayor on the kamikaze and we get you live on radio.
We could do that. Last year we had the Beast here. I don't know if it's here this year.
You can ride the Beast. Yeah. If you want to do the Beast.
What's the Beast?
Oh, it's a very scary ride.
She's thrown herself on it now.
We'll put you back on to the producers.
Yeah, well, that will be Friday.
Okay. We'll do that.
Okay. Yeah.
On Friday, yes.
All right.
Ipswich Mayor live
from a roller coaster.
From a roller coaster.
Okay, so Friday morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
She is so dedicated to promoting
Isn't she?
Ipswich, and but her voice did change throughout that because she was confident. She's like, they can come here, the Sheerans bring their family, everything's amazing, and then all of a sudden she's like, yeah, no, that's cool. We should do that.
I bet you she hopped straight onto that Mayor's WhatsApp chat and gave us a spray.
That's a good point, isn't it? But Jace, our producer, who you said I'll put you back onto the producers to organise.
Is she ghosting us?
No. She's actually really keen.
Oh, really?
Usually those conversations go, hey, like, I know we said it on air,
Yeah.
but are you actually keen? She goes, nah.
Yeah.
But she was actually like, nah, let's do this.
She'll be freaking out. She's entered the crochet competition.
Yeah, so you don't know. She could be a wild woman at heart just because you don't like roller coasters.
But she actually came back with suggestions of the ride.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go.
She is
actually
amazing.
keen.
And you don't know, the crochet community could be nasty.
Oh, yeah.
You wish.
It could be so nasty.
Yeah.
So yeah, she offered this ride, which I think is a really good one. Kamikaze doesn't exist anymore because
Oh, no.
Yeah,
am I
let's
that
not-
old, am I?
that
well-
was such a good ride, but it got shut down.
Yeah, there's a few issues at local.
But this
It's a
one
safety thing,
is
and
great.
they don't have big roller coasters. So what do they have?
This one is called the Warrior. Now, apparently, it's the scariest ride at this year's show, and it's so high they needed approval from the nearby RAF base
Oh, wow.
in order to have it at the show because it's so high.
So the planes don't hit it.
Yeah,
Oh, that's similar to the old one. The old,
Oh,
yeah.
I
that's,
see.
similar to the Kamikaze.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a
So
big
she's
going to
go on it. We were saying that maybe she should be singing an Ed Sheeran song. Did you mention that to her?
Haven't floated that with her yet, but I'm sure she'll be keen.
Did she suggest this one?
She suggested this one.
She's a
Yeah.
weapon.
Now, they've even organised to have it open earlier, and
In
the
the
ride
morning.
operators have been like, yep, we'll come in earlier.
She's the mayor. She can make anything out
Well,
of it.
that's right.
Oh my gosh, that's freaky. That's very high. So it's got like it's like two arms. It rotates.
Spins around, around,
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
It's like two,
Well, it's
what's
just
the one at Dream
What is
World? The wipeout. Like two wipeouts at either end of it. You know how that one you sit in the
Oh,
chair and
yeah,
you
yeah.
spin round and round and round?
what are we gonna do? Like put a mic taped
Well,
to
this
it
is
with
the thing as well.
Okay.
Usually that's our job to figure out the best way to get audio, but she's so keen that they went and tested a few things yesterday to get the best audio for us.
I love her so much.
She sent me some photos.
Did she go on herself or did she send a lackey?
No. They didn't actually go on it, I don't
Alright,
think.
alright,
Well, it's not. I
Okay.
guess it's setting up. They're
Yeah,
gonna do
but she just did some running around and moving her head
Right.
and stuff. Like to figure out if it was. So she's going to have AirPods in.
Yeah.
So that you
Yeah.
connect through the phone.
Yeah, and then
But
she's
she's going to
gonna
have
tape
tape over
Yeah.
the AirPods in her ears.
Right.
So that it doesn't fall out.
Genius.
Sent some photos
Oh my
to
gosh,
us
she is amazing.
of her testing.
Right.
Ed Sheeran has to go to Ipswich now.
Yes, he has
Like
to.
he's the
For
amount of
him
effort.
to, yeah, you wouldn't get a mayor over in the US doing this, would you?
And we're sending out a GoPro tomorrow morning to them.
Yeah.
And she's going to hold that GoPro
For dear life.
on while she's doing the ride. So she's probably going to be like one-handed.
Do you reckon she'll scream or she'll just be really like,
I'm going to move to the Ipswich Council area just so I can vote for her.
You're not that far out of it. I guess.
No.
you've always wanted to move there?
I know.
Yeah. Wow.
So super exciting.
So what time tomorrow are we doing this?
When we can
we get to
it.
choose.
Yeah.
But they're going to be out there from about
gotta be prime
7
time.
o'clock, I think. So
7:30. I
gotta
reckon
be
we could
prime
do
time.
it. 8:30.
8. Devote
8.
the whole show to it. Broadcast live from
get
there.
rid of Alpha Bucks.
Yeah.
Should we broadcast live from out there?
Careful, she'll organise it. We'll be out there and be like, what happened?
Pop-up show.
All right.
Ed Sheeran headlining.
Yeah.
All right, so hopefully we can get her to sing an Ed Sheeran song. We are trying to get him to come to
Imagine
Ipswich.
if that's the thing she says no to.
Oh, no.
That's too far, guys. In fact,
That's
I'm
too
insulted.
far.
I'm
Yeah.
insulted.
Yeah.
I'm calling the whole thing off.
All right, this time tomorrow, right here at B105.
Stav, Abby, and Matt for breakfast. B105.
Lisa McCune.
Australia's sweetheart and 4-time Gold Logie Award winner Lisa McCune.
And the wonderful Lisa McCune joins us now.
Yeah, you can see her on Taskmaster Australia tonight, 7:30 on Channel 10 and 10 Play. Good morning, Lisa.
Hey guys, good morning. This looks like such a fun show to be able to film, but was it true that Australia's sweetheart had a real potty mouth that they had to
Yes,
beep?
I saw that happen.
They kind of wrenched it out of me. It was quite seriously the funnest. It was one of those gigs where you get the phone call and you just go, oh my gosh, especially not being a comedian, as an actor you do lots of improv and stuff, but it was just the best fun and I adored it and everyone was very kind to me. I felt they were nice. They didn't, they could have annihilated me and didn't.
It's an interesting show because of the problems that you're forced to contend with are all sort of, there's normally one very logical way to do it very simply, but to watch everyone's mind and the way that you think, it really shows how your thought process is in working out a problem, which is an interesting way to see people like you, Lisa McCune.
Well, it was really great because, we filmed all the tasks in New Zealand at the house first. So you kind of, over the period of time, start to understand it a little more. And I was addicted to Taskmaster with my son during lockdown, so I kind of knew what the show was. But when you're in the moment, it's such a different thing. It's like going to watch the football and you hear people kind of going, oh, you shouldn't have done that, you should have done that.
Yeah.
But when you're at the coalface, it's a totally different vibe. But it was so fun. And Tom Cashman, I swear to God, when I finished, I felt like my best little mate was gone. It was like Tom Cashman was the best friend to have in the house.
We're saying that they made you swear. Are you a clean mouth all year round usually, or
generally, being a mother of 3, I try to keep it clean.
But sometimes they just push you to your limits, don't they, Lisa?
But yes, no, I have been known to lose it a little bit. But look, I always kind of say use your words, hey.
Yeah.
It's bad though when they come up with a phrase that that you're the one that said. When it's just those combination of those words where you're like, you must. Yeah, no, that one was me. Sorry about that.
Because
we all have our breaking point, don't we, guys? I mean, the whole show you could do about that.
Yeah. How old are your kids?
Oh, okay. So my eldest is nearly 24, 22 and 20. So they're kind of grown. They're nearly fully formed humans. So
wow.
I do like that for Mother's Day you posted a photo of them really little.
Oh my gosh! And that was up in Queensland when I was doing Sea Patrol, and that was like the most incredible time because we just kind of lived in this incredibly tropical, beautiful environment. I mean, sure, there's the odd irukandji and snakes and monitor lizards and
blah,
stuff.
blah, blah.
Generally pretty gorgeous.
Yeah.
Have they all moved out, or are you still at home?
Well, I've got this really weird setup where I kind of live in a couple of old shops, and so they're in one shop and I'm in the other, right next, like they're all together.
Wow.
But they're doing their own thing.
Yeah.
But Mum and I was kind of like, guys, don't go out and waste your money on rent. Just travel and have a really good time. And so they've kind of got their independence. But
nice.
About the shop front, so you are going all right with the renovations that you decided to, rip things apart yourself?
Oh my God, I am out of control. I think I'm so high on enamel paint most days that I don't know what's going on, but I love it. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed.
So because I think you bought, was it in WA? I didn't know which one it was, and you'd bought a shop front because I guess you love that area, and I could see that you've ripped everything apart, and then you're like, oh, to the friends I invited, it might not be this summer.
Yeah, no, totally. That's what it is. I'm in Melbourne, but I just kind of sometimes literally I'll be cooking dinner and not like something and just go for it. And, all these trades guys come in and they look at me and just go, yeah, we can fix it, Lisa, but ...
Don't do it again.
No, it's fun. I'm really obsessed with it and I love it.
You've got to film this. This is a reality TV show that Australia needs to see.
It's a bit Taskmaster, actually. I'm not, Taskmaster's a similar thing. It's just like solving problems.
Yeah.
And, but no, good fun. And interestingly, a shift forward in time Taskmaster to 7:30 p.m, which I find really amazing.
Yes.
Some of the content's funny and it's just above, but it is actually a really great show. And the two Toms are brilliant together.
They do
and
a
the
great
director
job.
was a Tom. So there's a lot of Toms.
A lot of Toms.
Have you ever been part of a conversation about bringing back some of those great Australian shows? We always talk about them, like Australia had such a great time of dramas like
He's
Blue
desperate
Healers.
for Blue Healers to return.
Sea Patrol.
Well, Mount Thomas is still there, so
yeah.
I guess you could just drop in and see who's at the station now, and I'm sure Tom's still floating around in town, retired.
Has there
Maybe
ever been a
gone.
conversation about doing it again?
People talk about it every now and then, and I the one that I'd love to come back again is Sea Patrol. My God, that was such a dynamic show, and I think it kind of got to. They're all heartland shows, aren't they? Like they're really Australian. And look, I don't know. I mean, I think whatever works on telly and what people want to see is great. I mean, I just work with a lot of people that have got great new ideas, and it blows me away seeing all the young talent that we're producing on both sides of the camera, and the writers, and a lot of them go straight overseas now. But when we've got this talent pool here, it's kind of, and with Trump's tariffs, maybe we'll get to keep more people here.
Maybe.
But yeah,
the way it was going, though, you'd have to think Mount Thomas would have to be a cesspool now. Like, it was already pretty crime heavy.
It's a troubled place,
Yeah.
but it's got a good heart.
Yeah, no, people moved in, they renovated.
Oh, yeah, it
the house
got
prices went up. That's what
diversified,
Lisa,
yeah.
so, it's all good.
Correct. Well, I think with streaming now, like there's like Templay, for instance, more investment in our own Netflix style sort of platforms, and that we could hopefully really see a turnaround where we do start to produce more television back in the country.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think we all love it. I mean, reality TV is kind of always like dessert, and we just love it. But I think, we kind of almost, having those dramas there is just, you don't have to think much, do you? You just you just go into that story and you're just lost for, a few bingeable hours. I mean, I adore it. I think the way we can view now is really awesome. And the quality of stuff is so good too. I'd love to work in the space too with more of the guys, like the guys on Taskmaster, and sitting in the studio component of them and just hearing what they come up with. I think there's Emma, for example, is such a fabulous writer. I'd love to work in the space where, we get those guys across to write some more stuff too, because they're really, really clever. I was blown away in the studio hearing how fast they were. It was like driving 60 on a freeway and having everybody just whizzing past.
That's a good way to put it.
Well, we can't wait to see you on Taskmaster Australia. It's tonight, 7:30 on Channel 10, and then Templay. Lisa McCune, always a pleasure. Great to talk to you.
Thanks, guys, and we're always lovely to chat.
Oh, thanks, you. Lisa. Have an amazing day.
Stav, Abby and Matt.
Hey, we have your chance at $50,000 tomorrow. Alpha Bucks 6, 7 and 8. Here are some of your answers.
6 a.m, your letter is W. Some of your answers are wagon, wedge, and woodpecker. At 7 a.m, it's K. Some of your answers are kitten, kitchen, and keeping up with the Kardashians. 8 a.m, it's H, and some of your answers are haystack, hula, and horse racing.
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.
Stav, Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105. Stav, Abby and Matt are off to grab a bargain, and you can too with Chemist Warehouse. Stock up and save now with the Chemist Warehouse half-price cosmetics sale.